Good morning, my dear students. This is our second class of biology, and in the previous class, we were discussed about the sources of food and the components of food, isn't it? So we know that food is the necessary element in our life, and food helps us to maintain a healthy life. So we get food from plants and animal sources, and the most important source of food is plants. And how do the plants get food? Yes, they get food through themselves because they prepare their own food material, and hence they are called as producers or autotrophs, right? Autotrophs, or we can call them producers because they prepare their own food material. And as we know that plants are of different types, herbs, shrubs, trees, all these are different types of plants, and the main parts of plants include two types of systems. A root system is there and a shoot system is there for a plant. For any plant, there are two types of systems, root system and shoot system. First thing is root system. A root system contains two types of roots according to the plant type. For example, there is taproot system and a fibrous root system. In taproot system is found there is a primary root and so many lateral roots or the secondary roots will arise from the primary root. That is the taproot system in some plant, and in some other plant there is a fibrous root system which is arise from the base of the stem. Fibrous root means numerous fiber-like small fine roots will arise from the base of the stem. These are the two types of roots present in different plants. And what are the functions of roots? Yes, the main function of root is fixation. It helps to fix the plant firmly in the soil. The second function is absorption. It absorbs water and minerals from the soil to the various parts of the plant. And the third important function is it helps to prevent soil erosion. These are the important functions. And the next part is shoot system. And the shoot system contains stems, leaves, flowers, buds, etc. All the parts above the soil level is called as shoot system. First, we can discuss about stems. Stems are also the most important part of a plant, and that helps mainly in conduction and also helps in the fixation. Fixation means it helps to stand erect in a plant. For a plant, it helps to stand erect, and also it helps to conduct the water and minerals that is absorbed by the roots and which is conducted through the stems. Okay, these are the two important functions of stem. And the next important part of a plant is leaves. Leaves are considered as the kitchen of a plant. Why? Because in the leaves, the food preparation is taking place, or through a process of photosynthesis, the food is prepared in green plants. Photosynthesis. And we can define the photosynthesis as the green plants prepare the food by using carbon dioxide and water, and with the help of sunlight and chlorophyll. That process is called as photosynthesis, and through photosynthesis the products that is produced are glucose and oxygen. The food product that is being produced by photosynthesis is glucose, and glucose is a simple carbohydrate. So the oxygen that is prepared by photosynthesis is released to the atmosphere. Okay, I will write the equation as carbon dioxide plus water gives gives what? Yes, glucose plus oxygen. And here we can say with the help of sunlight and chlorophyll. Without sunlight and chlorophyll, photosynthesis does not takes place. So with the help of sunlight and chlorophyll, plants prepare glucose by using carbon dioxide and water, and it releases oxygen. This is the process of photosynthesis. Okay, and the next important function of leaf is it helps in transpiration. What is meant by transpiration? Transpiration is the process of loss of excess water in the form of water vapor. And the transpiration occurs with the help of a small opening present on the leaf surface. That opening is called as stomata or stomatal opening. A small tiny pore that is present on the leaf surface. And stomata helps in the gaseous exchange also. Which means for photosynthesis, carbon dioxide is required, right? So carbon dioxide from the atmosphere is entered into the leaf through the stomata. And also through photosynthesis, oxygen, which is a gas, is also produced. That oxygen is released to the atmosphere through this stomatal opening also. So, for the gaseous exchange and for transpiration, stomatal opening or stomata is helping. These are the functions of leaves. And next important part of a plant is a flower. Flower is meant to be the reproductive part of the plant. Why? Because the fertilization and the reproduction is occurred in a flower. A flower contains different parts like petals, sepals, stamens, pistils, etc. And among this, stamens and pistils are the most important parts. Stamens and pistil. Stamen is the male reproductive part of a flower and pistil is the female reproductive part of the flower. Stamen contain two parts, a filament and an anther. Stamen contain two parts, a filament and an anther. Pistil contain three parts that are style, stigma and ovary. Style, stigma and ovary. And as I told you that stamen contain filament and anther. Inside the anther there are pollen grains. And the pollen grains contain male gamete. Okay. And inside the pistil, there is ovary. And inside the ovary, there are ovules. And this ovules contain female gamete called egg. Okay. So this is about the structure of a flower, and after that there is a process called pollination that helps in the fertilization. Pollination is the process of transfer of pollen grains from the anther of a flower to the stigma of a flower. That is called as pollination. And after the pollination, the fertilization will occur. What is fertilization? The fusion of male and female gamete is called as fertilization. And by the process of fertilization, the fruits and seeds are produced in a plant. Is it clear? These are the things that we have studied in this class, and the rest we will take in our next class. Thank you.